Last time on What's Your Damage?
You can see a mountain not too far from the lake. A small opening is high up in the air.
I have a tinker feature which lets me make like little clockwork devices. Could I use it to make like a tiny little clockwork engine for their boat? It wouldn't do much at all.
So, I mean, each take a tree and just like puncture and see if we can get some sap out.
What the meat seller shows you, Riz, looks for all the world like a humanoid head. However, there's an incredibly long barbed tongue coming out of it. He goes, I don't know what this is, but I do know that it probably can fetch a lot if you're interested. Wobbles, as you brandish your dagger to pierce this, a very strange thing happens, I would say. You hear a whistle,
And then that'll be 8 healing to Wobbles.
8 maximum. That is a friendship heal.
One day they'll automate our imaginations
What?
and we'll call it AI.
Theater of the mind in my D&D?
Versevern handed me a note. I do not know what's on that note.
Do you like me? Check one. Yes, no.
One of you is displeased. The one who's eating it is displeased, but it isn't because she's dying. It's because it is just a little bit not good.
I take a nibble.
It's not good.
Why not?
What is my damage?
See, now that's a professional.
We're going to cut to Wobbles, who gets back to his safe space. And as you get to the safe space, you can see that Bonnie is pointing up at the sky because she is noticing the clouds changing into the words, got severed head, got your ball, your move. Mm-hmm. She's like, what? This isn't just one of those interpretation things, right? Like, that actually says that, right? What does Wobbles do, if anything?
I want to see, even though out of character, I know what if it's magically sourced, like caused by magic.
Definitely magically sourced.
Well, like what specifically, like what the magic behind the source is.
So
basically, trying to figure out the spell that caused it, which
is skywriting, or cloud shape.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I think it's literally skywrite.
Yeah, so I think, I'll give it to you free for nothing. Yeah, that's definitely skywrite. Yeah.
Druid magic. I don't know if
Yeah,
anyone
I
else
think
has it.
me knowing my party, I'm just like, oh, that's probably for Severon and Riz.
It's one of them.
Well, the wording sounds like Riz, and the writing is your magic. So I'm just like, oh, it's those guys. Whatever. I'm gonna keep tinkering away.
So
Trees can't get me while I tinker.
that's a good point. Yeah, I think as you are working, the kobold that you had failed to pursue is keeping an eye on this. He confers with his group, and he starts to move towards the path out of this section of Lake Balagia. So he is making a move towards there. As he moves a little bit closer, he goes behind that large rock formation that he hid behind before, and you, from your current position, lose track of him there.
Well, I still see him. I want to sprint towards him to try and warn him that the forest is haunted.
Yeah, sure, man. As you are sprinting towards him, he's like, yeah.
And I'm gonna dash and cunning action dash. Like he's gotta know.
Yeah.
That's a good friend.
Yeah. As you make your way towards him, he's still keeping his eye on there, and he doesn't hear you coming. So as soon as you arrive, do you immediately say something, or do you just like tap him on the shoulder?
I shout, "Watch out! That forest is very haunted."
Ah! He says as he jumps in his skin. He's like, "Oh no, it's haunted." He says,
Very haunted. The trees whistled at me and made me run far away.
"They whistled at you?"
Part of it was them, part of it was me being smart, but just stay out. Stay out, man.
Oh no. Okay. He starts to gather his robes and holds them nervously against his chest. He's like, okay.
Do you know much about trees? Do you know what makes them haunted and if their sap is fireproof? You'll need some too. Those guys across the lake are up to no good. Sorry, I'm a bit razzled right now. Frazzled. See, I can't even say, ugh.
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of flooding my zone right now with a lot of different things at one time. I appreciate it though.
It's because... Okay, hold on. Let me take a Riz breath. All right. So the trees are haunted. And that's why I'm acting so high-strung.
Understood. Yeah. Of course, if trees were haunted, I'd be freaked out too. In fact, I currently am.
Oh, they are haunted. They are haunted. Not if. They are.
Okay.
They're haunted.
Okay, well, my nervousness has increased tenfold. Okay, understood. Okay, and the clouds just changed. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay.
Oh, that's not a big deal, though.
Okay, not a big deal. Okay, no problem. I'll just accept that. Okay. They whistled?
Yeah. And then they scared me away.
Okay, yeah, no problem. He says as he turns ghastly pale. No problem. Okay, thanks.
I want to insight him on if he thinks the no problem is no problem.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I'll let you have this one with advantage.
It's a 15.
Okay, hey, not bad. 15. Yeah, given that he is like his knuckles are literally white as he is holding on to his tunic against his chest, and the fact that his eyes are darting, you would get the very strong sense that this is a problem.
Okay. And I can tell that it's not about the haunted trees, it's about something else.
I don't know if you'd be able to discern what exactly. I think because you've hit him with a ton of information, it may be harder to discern what exactly is kind of freaking his being right now.
Fair enough. Hey, buddy, do you need me to walk you back to your group?
No. I just want to double check to make sure about a couple of things, but I do appreciate it. Well, I was going to say we kobold, but you're obviously not a kobold. But we shorter races need to stick together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
It's also nice to stick to the larger races, especially on their shoulders. They love offering it. Just always say yes. Always say yes.
Do they? I've never run into that. Damn it, he says, like longing for the moment for a tall person to give him a ride. Okay, well, I appreciate it. He goes, sorry, I'm Bahal. What's your name?
I'm Wobbles Waggletop.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Waggletop. Okay, thank you.
Just Wobbles. Waggletop is my ancestors.
My apologies, Wobbles. Okay, thank you for all the information.
Wait, are you going to the woods?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's haunted.
Right. Yeah. I just want to double check something that I left out there.
Okay, well, like you said, us shorter races need to stick together, so I'll go with you. And I put my arm around his shoulder and walk side by side with him.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. As you guys are best friends forever, Wobbles and Bahol, you start to head out towards the clearing that you guys have gone into. As we cut back to, we have Riz and Persephone, who, as you guys are walking, you also hear the same.
Whistling.
Mm-hmm. The same whistling going throughout the entire trees.
Is this something either of us as Harmony natives with good survival skills? No.
I think you would be able to figure this one. You would have a chance of knowing this. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Roll, or you're going to tell us?
Since this is a thing that you can know, as opposed to like, oh yeah, I definitely know the trees, and that looks like a regular one. I would have you guys roll on this, and I would have it be a survival check.
Okay, so each could roll survival.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Boom, let's go.
Let's go. I like it. I like advantage being like split between two people.
Da, 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 da. I got 17.
Perseverant. Huh. Trees are whistling. That's weird. Wonder what it is. Fuck trees. Trees are just weird.
Fuck trees. Indeed.
Just weird.
Perseverant as a druid so far canonically seems to not be on board with trees.
It's true.
Animals? Yes. Trees?
Loves his animals. Loves his flowers. Trees
Loves
can
flowers.
fuck themselves.
Trees can go fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, like we all look. I mean, I got a degree in comparative literature, specializing in 19th century Russian lit. That doesn't mean that I know every author from Russian. So we pick our lanes. So what I would say is, Riz, as you start to think about this, you do know about a being or several beings called the Aghoy, otherwise known as the Men of the Wood. They are elusive creatures which, when they are still, are indistinguishable from trees. You would also know that they are generally pretty deactivated in this region unless something has activated them. We don't know what that is. I don't think you have any idea what that is. Or maybe you do. I'm not going to tell you what's what. And you definitely know that it is a bad thing as the afternoon light, as the sun is getting lower and lower in the horizon, that it is definitely not safe to venture out into the woods at night when the Aghoy whistle is calling.
Hey. Yeah, we should just, hurry along. Let's just get going.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Did you ever hear the stories about like the Men of the Wood?
The Men of the Woods?
Aghoy. Please tell me you know those stories. Come on.
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, going. She's just gonna start like shoving Persephone along.
Are you talking about the whistling trees?
Yeah. Well, they're not trees. Not trees.
They're people?
You think they're trees, but they're not trees.
They're
anyway.
People trees? They're monster trees?
They're men. Or something of that nature. I mean, listen, it's just like, didn't you ever have like an older sibling or something that was like, oh, well, don't run off, Riz, the Aghoy might get you, ha ha ha. Didn't you ever have that happening?
So this is just a fairy tale. We don't have to worry about the whistling trees.
Now, I did
this
not
is a real thing.
Yeah. No, it is real. I'm sure the amount that my siblings and people blew it up was not real. I really don't think... I grew up in this city. I really don't think they were going to come snatch me if I snuck out at night and there was a random tree like at the end of the street. I don't think that was going to do it. But,
But we should get out of these woods because it might actually happen to us now.
Yeah, it might actually happen now, and I don't like that. And we should probably go find the others and make sure they're not in the woods. And maybe we should go find somewhere that's not near the woods and somewhere safe. And maybe, I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, we're going. We're walking. We're talking.
I might suggest a Short round of yelling, get out of the woods, they're dangerous.
I mean, we could.
God, so Severin is going to now yell, which I won't do on mic, but get out of the woods. It's dangerous.
You hear more whistles immediately.
Don't. You're gonna. No, Severin, just shh. We're gonna quiet.
Yeah.
We're just gonna walk. We're not gonna disturb them. We're just not gonna disturb them.
They want to know, why don't you like the trees? This is why.
Do they? Again, it's not the tree's fault.
These are people.
Sort of. I don't know what they are, really. They're just
I don't want to find out.
Yeah. We don't want to find out.
I would also add, with your 17, although this doesn't seem pursuant to anything right now, their sap is fire resistant. Just you would know that tucked away in your brains.
Sure. Wonderful. Love that.
Yep.
So when Severin's like, we could burn the forest down.
But as Verseverin screams that, we cut back to Luwewe and Okot, who are talking to the trees. Many different ones, maybe, as they don't respond to you or, make a move towards you. However, they begin to, you start to hear more and more whistles, and it feels as if more are coming closer.
I am the Okot. I speak at the trees.
Yes?
Do you?
Hey, sup, trees? There, I spoke at them.
Indeed, you did. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I was not prepared to follow through on that joke.
Commit to the bit.
Lily just gives Okot like a smile, like a thankful smile for like coming with her on this experiment. She's just standing there with her hand on the tree, and she's like,
"Okay, there's more whistling now, but I don't know, I can't actually understand the whistles. Do you guys speak common?"
As you ask this question, another whistle happens, and it is close enough that it triggers the wisdom save for the two of you.
okay.
Hey, Elle, would you be a real sweetheart and roll that for me?
Sure, yeah, I got you.
Hey, thanks.
Oof. Can I give myself gold luck? Actually, I have inspiration. I'm gonna try one. No, it says no. That's a 6.
Luwewe, you do get frozen in place. Like, this is frightening. The timbre and the menace with which this whistles. Okot, you're fucking on easy street, brother. You got a 15. You do not get spooked by this.
Cool.
But you do see Luwewe automatically lock up.
Yeah. I mean, I can move backward 5 feet, or I can't.
You can move 5 feet. Yes.
Okay, she's not frozen in fear, literally.
No,
because I was going to throw her over my shoulder.
I think what Okot would see is Lily sucks in a sharp breath and just immediately takes a couple steps back, her eyes just going to little pinprick reptilian slits. And she's just oh no, there's just this horrible no look on her face.
Okay. I think Okot is going to step back with Luwewe and grab her hand and just be like, "Hey, it's okay. I got you. It's all right."
Bad trees. We should maybe
we should leave? Question.
Yeah. Okay. Science time done.
Yeah. You know what? Science is not this important.
As at that same point,
science. We have magic.
Okot says, in contradiction with her political beliefs.
At the same point that you guys are doing this, you do hear Verseverin yelling out, What was it, Doug?
Get out of the forest. It's dangerous. Or words to that effect.
So
Okay.
yes,
Flee the trees! Flee the trees!
as you guys are running back towards Lake Belagia, along with Riz and Verseverin, you
As
Mhm.
Okot flees, she tosses back over her shoulder. Hey, trees, be cool for once in your life. Still speaking at the trees.
And wow, what a coincidence! All of you are coming to the same point at the same time, where there is Wobbles with his arms slung around that kobold, who are both like exiting where you guys are trying to enter.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Oh,
Quick, someone
hey,
divide the party.
The trees are bad! The trees are bad!
Trees are bad. Point to Luwei. I told you.
They're not trees, but they are bad.
They're not trees?
They're not trees?
They're people trees.
They're Aghoy.
Egg.
I don't know what that
Boy.
is.
They're ego trees, and they want to kill us. That's all you need to know.
Oh, cool. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Trust me, I'm a druid.
They're things, and they're not. Anyway, yeah, no, it's very bad. It's not good. What, Wobbles? Did you make a friend?
Yeah, well, no.
She was like doing a
I
head count, I imagine.
I'm trying to save him from the trees, which they're. What are they?
Ego trees.
No,
Egos?
no, but
Aghoy, he says.
Aghoy, you know them.
I told you they were haunted. We gotta get out of here, man.
All right, who needs a piggyback ride?
Oh, this is your chance. Say yes. Remember what I told you. Say yes. I'm gonna say yes if you don't.
Are you behold? You're behold, right?
Minus the D. Behold.
Sorry, behold. Wasn't your salt stuff around here?
He instinctively feels for something. He goes, no.
Huh.
What's
Okay,
wait?
I don't.
What's all stuff?
What salt stuff?
Oh.
What?
Circle? Salt circle stuff?
Wait. No, I just there was a lot of salt on the ground, and it was like leading back over to their group, and like
Where?
maybe that's why the trees are mad.
Where
I don't
does
think
the
they're
salt
mad
lead
beca-
to?
They're not mad because of the salt. I don't think they're mad because of the salt.
Well, they're probably mad because we tried to poke them, but also maybe the salt. I don't know.
Okay, well,
We
no
might
tree
have
expert.
slapped them a little for science.
okay.
Yeah.
I need everyone to stop talking, and I need one person to talk at one time. Wait, go. You did what and why and what with salt?
Okay, so the salt thing was like from earlier because I was worried about Paul's group, because you guys seem really worried, and that seems, I don't know, like, you just seemed really worried, and I wanted to find out why you were worried so much. But then, like, Wobble says that the East Side group is, like, planning to set boats on fire, so we were looking for resin that's, like, fire resistant so that the boats wouldn't catch on fire, and we went out to poke some trees, and then the trees started whistling.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
It's all fun and games until the trees start whistling.
Listen, then they're Aghoy. They're not trees.
They look like trees.
Yeah, they look like trees.
Ego boys?
No, listen. Okay. So, okay. Oh my God.
Not from around here. I'm trying.
I know. I know you're trying, Okot, and it's a good thing you're pretty.
It's a good thing your tits are so huge.
Behold just says, I feel uncomfortable commenting on this.
That's fine. It's all right. Anyway,
is anyone taking this piggyback ride or what?
I elbow him. I'm elbowing.
I think, how about let's Wobbles, why don't you join Okot and our new friend here can catch a ride with me?
That's reasonable.
I jump on those shoulders as fast as I can.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Gotta offset that front weight.
Wobble Stabletop.
Oh my god!
Tabletop role-playing game.
Hold on.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Well done. Well done, Sadie. Well done.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
So, okay, as Riz minces no words about, no, you're riding with me, little guy. He looks up at you, kind of sighs a little bit, and as he begins to climb up the climb the mountaintop that is Riz Parcheesi, you guys hear two enormous horns sounding as if they're making a pronouncement, like that type.
As
right?
if this episode wasn't horny enough already. Sorry, go on.
Very
I
good.
blame the tieflings.
Thank you. I mean, you should blame half a pint glass of Gus and Brew, but yeah.
I meant because you have horns.
I send a strongly worded letter to the brewer. But you do hear this loud pronouncement horn coming from the mountaintops that the Lake Balagia is situated underneath. And as you all hear that, all of the kobolds immediately stop what they are doing to look directly at the mountaintop. And from your vantage point, you can't really see inside of it. You're underneath it. You do know that there is probably an opening there. However, what's in there, you don't really know. You can't really see. However, this seems deadly serious to the kobolds. As that happens, you hear a voice booming from the mountain itself. It seems to be coinciding with the sun setting as darkness begins to take hold of the land. And what you hear coming from this pronouncement is we gather the day before the festival of the falling eggs to remember when the great golden dragon, first of his 10 siblings, suffered defeat at the claws of his brother, the obsidian dragon. As the word obsidian dragon, you see from this place that all the kobolds are going the lip of the mountain, you see two incredible fire bolts ring out in two separate directions. Where he laid in this cave within the heart of the great god Harmondy to rest. As all the kobolds and Riz, you can hear the little guy who was climbing you, Bahol, you can hear him also say, to rest. From his blood, the first kobold came to tend and care for the Golden One in those moments of rest, and from his blood, the beginning of the new lineage of dragons. Our calling is to care and protect their eggs. Before we can, however, we must give honor to the great spirit of the lake, the great Dewata of the lake, Balagia herself. And as he says that, in the lake, it is suddenly glowing. You can see that there is a source of light in the middle of the lake underneath, where it is turning the water a bright pink. Let us make offerings so that we may. And as he says that, the center of the lake, which had been previously glowing, suddenly starts to boil and seethe as you, Riz, can feel Bahol kind of grip tightly as if he doesn't know what's happening. And two great geysers from that center spot explode up, steam rising from it as it falls onto the grass and the land. You can see that it is burning hot as he goes, what? As he climbs down, and
that's not normal.
No. He says, what was that, Louie?
No, it's not.
Oh God, he says as he's looking around. He's like, okay, bye. As he starts to race over to where his group is.
Shit.
Yeah, Lily's already running toward Barton's group.
I think they are.
Did he say Okat, Okat, Okat? Sorry, that was so dumb.
Yeah, this is completely unnormal, and the voice goes suddenly without the depth and the proud bearing that it originally has. Like, what? Why is the lake furious? Why is Dewata furious? It says as suddenly it cuts out.
So that was the announcer voice that at the end, after being all solemn and, poetic, is like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Adding to like the chaos of the scene.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I understood the vibes of it, because also that's very funny. It's it's terrifying, but I like it. It's very evocative.
It feels a little bit Brockmire for those who have seen the show.
Oh, okay.
As the kobolds, all of them kind of slide down and start to confer with one another. You can see that the three main groups on this side of the lake are are making hand signals, trying to communicate with one another before deciding that they would all meet in the center. Luwei, as everybody, I think is what I heard, runs towards the group, towards Barton's group. What do? You can see that the water is still burning and roiling.
I mean, when you say they're making plans to go into it, you mean the groups here on the edge are going to just go into the lake?
No, sorry, let me clarify this.
Okay.
They are communicating with one another like they want to get together on land to talk about what they're going to do all together collectively. That's what it seems like they are doing at this moment while you guys are running towards them. They are making hand signals to one another.
Okay, they don't seem to be scared of the falling water at all, though, apparently.
No, they are. They still are, but they are they are avoiding that and still trying to communicate. So I'm trying to have it be two things at once. There is obvious fear of the falling water, and they are retreating from the shoreline as they are trying to communicate with one another because they are all in this together. Obviously, the spirit is upset, and they need to condense forces to talk about what to do.
Why are they using hand signals instead of talking? Vociferan asks to himself.
Because of their distance from one another.
Not this group, the various groups. Yeah.
The various groups who were previously in competition in a fireball-based boat race.
Yes, you might say they have found a common enemy.
Right, a common cause. Mm-hmm.
I think what Lily's going to do is just on instinct pick up their boat, turn it upside down, and just kind of use it as an umbrella to like shield them from the water.
Okay.
Oh, smart.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think Okat's instinct is to like gather up with the group and figure out if and how she can help.
I'm going to talk to the Kobos.
Okay, so
Okay, guys, under here.
As they immediately start to go, as the kobolds start to go under the shield, we also have the two other groups, on the east and the west, starting to make their way towards the central point, which is Barton's group, the one that you are affiliated with.
And we're all heading towards that central point as well, I assume.
Right, as the water burns and churns. As they make their way towards you, Barton's like, okay, not good. Oh, God, he's saying
What?
it.
What's happening?
As he starts to...
Malachi is mad about something?
I'm going to switch to Draconic. What is happening? Trying to see if it'll be easier for him to speak in Draconic to make his thoughts clear.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like with Okat's now newly deepened knowledge of Barton, she can tell that he's upset.
Damn, and I'm going to give that to you without rolling for it.
Oh, damn.
That is natural insight.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it would have been a hard check. Would have been a hard check to figure that out. As you switch to draconic, he's like, yeah, this is much better. He goes,
Hand on his shoulder. Tell what is happening.
okay, and who else speaks draconic? Does anybody else speak draconic?
Lily.
Lily speaks draconic. Okay, yeah. So as Verseverin switches to draconic, you hear all of you that can hear it and understand him says like, something's happened. Dewata Balagia is furious. She, as he looks towards the water, she is displeased with something that's happened. I don't know what it is. I wish I knew what it was so that we could.
What are the kind of things that would make Balagia unhappy?
Pollution. Taking of her resources.
Ritual killings?
What? He says. What?
What?
We found a salt circle and a severed head.
Uh,
I heard also someone mention salt earlier.
yeah, I saw the salt trail.
Well, there's a circle in the woods that seems to be the location that someone was decapitated.
Oh, okay, but hold on. Okay, so pollution, and you started to say something else. Let's hear all of it, because maybe it's not that. Maybe they didn't do anything.
He says as his voice gets an octave higher. He goes,
It's okay.
Using resources that you don't replenish. I don't know Dewata very well. Bear does. He says.
Oh.
Huh?
He's supposed to come.
He says as he's like, where is he?
Well,
And then I guess if something that doesn't belong here is introduced, yeah, I guess that would also do it.
Wobbles smashes the clockwork thing he's been working hard on.
Bobbles couldn't understand that.
Oh. I forgot it's draconic. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still cash money, though.
It is though.
We'll make that happen later.
I think Lily's just gonna look at the group from Encanto that's coming up. Like,
Okay.
she just doesn't know how to feel about this because she's like, "Wait, did y'all put a severed head in this?"
After Barton delivers this message, do you guys relay what he said to the non-draconic?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Smash.
Okay, all right.
And he looks at, I think as you smash, Barton immediately looks to the water, which is still roiling. He's like, damn it. I fell sticks.
Damn it.
well, I mean, okay. There's also like the ruby stuff that you saw with the other group. Like maybe it was that, and there's another group across the lake.
Who's talking about rubies? The delegation from the east is like, no one said anything about rubies. Lisong says.
She did.
Lily's just gonna give him a flat look.
Actually, yeah, you told me that the rubies you had were not common to this area, so I couldn't have them.
She bites
Because
down.
of my amnesia, I didn't know what rocks were common to this area.
Yes, that'll do.
Is it maybe because we stabbed a tree that wasn't a tree and was instead an Ego Man?
Wobbles didn't stab it. He just tried to stab it.
You guys stabbed a tree?
No,
Stabbed a couple of trees. Smell my wrists. I smell so good.
It's obviously you guys. You guys aren't even kobolds. You don't belong here, she says.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Maybe they're just mad at having these guys around. Why don't you guys hit bricks? Maybe like she'll calm down.
well, she was fine with us earlier, sweet cheeks. So what changed between now and then?
Oh, God's like, I don't know how to go home.
Oh.
Carissa's gonna put an arm around Okat's shoulders.
Don't you think I want to?
I don't belong anywhere and I don't know how to go.
I think, yeah, at the same point, like, Bart rubbing her arm. She's like, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm having an existential crisis so I can make it all about me.
An Aghoyistential crisis. That was a reach.
What's-
I'm gonna
And yes,
hurt
I
myself.
appreciated it.
I think Lily like is just staring at Lasong like one of her creepy non-blinking stares.
Shit's about to get real.
Yeah, and Lasong is giving it right back to you.
And finally, like after a couple of beats and listening to Okat cry, she's just like,
Just because my convocation isn't here right now doesn't mean I don't belong. And since they're with me, they're part of mine. Now, if you don't mind.
and she's just gonna turn around to the lake, like after like asking Verseverin like wordlessly to just keep the boat aloft for her.
Oh, sure, yeah. Huh?
She's just gonna like kneel down by the lake, look at it, and say in Draconic,
Bear isn't here right now, but I am. So, if you can give me a hint, or if you want me to leave, let me know.
and she's just gonna stick her fist in the water.
Careful, that looks like it's hot.
Yeah, make me a con check.
Oh, it's hot. Yeah. That's 17.
Okay, so I think this will be quartered for you since you are also
Resistant.
Yeah. So, wow, that's 3 1s and an 8. So that's altogether 11. So then that would be a 5. So that would be a 2. You take 2 points of damage as you stick your hand. God damn it! As you stick your hand in the water. I mean, 3 1s and
I'm
an
gonna
8.
balm of the summer court
Okay.
Luwewe as her
Aww.
skin lightly cooks. It's a very weak heal, so this is a perfect time to use it.
Perfect chance for it.
Yeah. So I'm just I throw a D6 at you.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Gotta look
let's
out
see.
for kin.
So it's a D6.
You get a
Do
D6
I
to
roll
heal.
it or do you roll it?
Your choice. I gave it to you, so I don't want
I
to
mean, your
curse you any
spell, man.
further. What's that?
Look, my dice are always cursed anyway, so I'm just gonna roll it. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Hey.
So I got the 2 points back. Thank
Look
you.
at that.
And you also get a 1 temporary hit point.
Hey.
Oh hell yeah!
And it may
Thank
not
you.
matter, but sometimes at this level, a couple points does matter.
Given that she might keep her hand in there for a bit, it
Yeah.
might matter.
It's at least encouragement. You can keep going.
So yeah,
Yeah.
as she is sticking her hand in there, seeing that Luwewe is talking in Draconic and sticking her hand into the lake, which is boiling, there is another geyser that goes off that singes the trees close to where the Lusong's group was. However, it seems like most of the geysers going off are hitting the eastern side where, Bahal's group was, as he is examining that. As Luwewe, we're going to have you roll 2 more and see what happens.
All right. Oof. Can I use the gold luck on that first one? That was kind of ish.
Sure.
But I do think there's just a little dust up of gold around her when she does that. So that's a 22 and a 16 and then a 22.
Okay, so that's 16, 8. So another 4, 5, 12, 6.
All right, so I took off 4 and then another 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, she get mad.
Yeah. So as you are sticking your hand in there, enduring this trial, because we know that fear is the mind killer. You must not fear. Sorry.
I'm gonna give her 2 more D6 of healing.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. As she's continuing to endure this, I think she's just, like, still in Draconic, but, like, whispering prayers under her breath that she heard her mother use previously for Hermondi.
Okay, as she is. Oh, nice.
9 healing back.
With 2 extra temp hit points on top.
Yep.
Actually, no. Let me retract that. All right, so that was a 9 to heal.
Yeah,
which
and then
should bring back
11
2
if
hit.
it brings you over, or 11 to heal.
It tops me up, I do believe.
Yeah,
All right.
so heals 9, and then 2 can go on top of that if you ran out of room.
Hell yeah. Versevern coming in clutch. So instead, like, while she's doing that, she's just, like, talking under her breath. And you're like,
I know you don't know me. We haven't been introduced. But if this is my fault, you can tell me and I'll fix it. If it's not, I'll still try to fix it, okay? That's what we're here for.
As you say that, there is a heavy fog starting to roll in. It is germinating from the lake itself, obscuring. Being a heavy fog, this is going to be now mechanically with this fog rolling in that is as thick as pea soup and makes it difficult to see, 5 feet in front of you unless you have special vision. Mechanically, like, navigating through this is going to be incredibly difficult. If you have any lights, it would maybe help, or it would be a good thing to have. And it will be when you are trying to move around this area and most likely the forest, which is probably filled up with this fog as well. It will be much harder for you to, let's see. Perception checks are going to be done with disadvantage, but the fog rolls in, and at the same time that is rolling in, you definitely do see Luwewe. You see a headless torso making its way through the canopy of trees.
Okay, as the fog rolls in and as the headless torso shows up, Okot is definitely gathering the shorter characters under her tits to shield them.
That's more than fair.
Wear my boobs as a hat. Maybe it'll help.
it's still sniffling.
Oh my god.
Everyone to the boob shelter.
The boob shelter. Prop them up on a couple of sticks. We can all hide under them, except for me. That's fine.
Oh my
I'll get to
God.
punch something eventually.
I will say that this is a vision in Lily's head with the vision of the headless torso, so you don't see.
Oh,
them.
damn. Okay.
However, you do see the fog definitely. So if you want to grab,
Okay. Well, the fog is enough for sure. Like, Okot's like, to me,
do me, my kobolds.
to me, my kobold.
Are the geysers still going off the same amount with the fog?
Yes, they are still going off, and it will be harder to dodge in case you stay by the shoreline. So yes, you can still hear the geysers sounding.
Okay.
But just to make sure I understand the situation we're in, if we stay near the shoreline, there are geysers of fire/water, and we're in danger and we might die. And if we move towards the forest, there are Ego men and we're in danger and we might die. Is that about right?
It's a real Kobayashi Maru.
Cool. Okot's getting ready to punch because that's all she knows how to do.
And the last thing that you see, so you have the fog, Lily. You have the headless torso making its way through the canopy of trees, and you get a
Like it's floating.
It has what appears to be bat wings, so it could probably fly if need be. However, right now it is moving like an ape through the trees.
Oh,
Jesus.
fun. Okay.
And the last vision that you have is a
I don't like the word last vision.
The last vision that you have is a seemingly very weird salesman of some kind. He has a caravan that's surprisingly light for the meat that was inside. For some reason, he shows up too.
Okay. Lily's.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Please maybe consider turning down the geysers until we're done. Thank you.
And then she's going to take her hand out and stand back up.
What was that?
Okay, alright, so she's really mad about the severed head corpse thing that is currently, kind of, like, going through the trees. I think it's on its way here.
Huh.
And we definitely need to kill it.
Uh-huh.
What? Excuse me, what?
Ritual killing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hate the sound of that. I
Sure.
hate that.
Hold on.
Yeah, that all sounds real bad.
Hold on, everyone. Okay, Lily, continue.
Okay. So, somebody left that severed head in the woods that you found, and
You don't
it
know that because
belongs
I haven't
to
mentioned it at all.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I mean,
thought
you
said
saw.
something about it.
I mean, if you saw the skywriting, you saw it, but she did not mention it to you yet.
Yeah, I spilled the beans, I think, about finding a head. Yeah.
No,
I could have sworn somebody said something when we met up, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Draconic
like if you
under the
find a severed
boat.
head, that's the kind of thing
No,
that
but
you
we
tell
had-
everybody about.
we had interlopers. Riz would not have said anything about the head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I
So,
did
anyway.
under the boat by saying that could this have been a ritual murder? We found a head.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, I guess
that-
you
I-
did.
You
That's
did.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
did. Yeah.
But you don't know that I narked you out because it was in Draconic.
Yeah,
I'll
that's fair.
rephrase slightly here.
That's fair.
She goes,
We're so good at not metagaming.
yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so something lost its head around here. I think you said something about a severed head.
Figuratively or for real?
Oh, it was for real.
No, pretty real.
Literally
Okay,
severed.
because
Yeah.
I've lost my head like 3 times today, but not literally.
Nope.
No.
He's not anxious. He's missing his head.
I don't know if, like, Diwali wants us to give him his head back, or if she wants us to get rid of it entirely. Kind of unclear, but I guess we'll find out when it gets
Well,
here.
I would
Anyway,
kind of like to know about where the head came from originally and how it got to be in the woods. And she will look very pointedly at a certain little kobold.
she did say something about a guy with a cart.
Yeah, there was a guy with a cart. That's true.
Like,
Riz,
I mean,
where does the guy with the
Richard-
cart tie into all this?
He took the
I don't
fucking head. Maybe we just got to replace the head. Maybe we just got to put it back.
To be fair, you paid at least for the head. The question is, should the body be given the head? Sometimes you give a head to a body and it's appreciative. Sometimes it makes them powerful.
No, but if somebody who is very small here has some answers about a head in a salt circle and maybe would like to explain some of the shit that's going on, we might be able to get to the bottom of this before there's a fucking body with a detached head coming to potentially murder us and other fucking shit. So, whoever might know something about a head surrounded in salt, maybe speak up now and we won't judge you.
Severin looks
Yeah.
at Wobbles. What did you do?
And if this person speaks up, I'll give them a piggyback ride.
It's definitely Wobbles. They're luring him in with piggyback rides.
For Severin, focus.
He was with us the whole time, man.
Well, that's not true. I was on the east for a little bit, too.
Not helping, Wobble.
Time enough to decapitate a man.
Hey, Versevera, what was the ball in your message, now that I know what the head is?
Now seems like a good time to address that.
Parcheesi.
Again, I want some fucking answers from fucking somebody who knows shit about salt. There's one person here that has some answers, so would you please fucking talk? And would all you mooks shut the fuck up right now?
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Bahal says, well, it looks like I have some explaining to do, he says.
You think?
And I think that would be a good place to cut the first round.
Little break time?
Yeah, a little break.
Before we bully this kobold into confessing.
So,
Wally's the person who's bullying him.
Perseverance's still not sure if Wobbles is the real culprit.
I just like Perseverance. It's definitely Wobbles. Wobbles, what have you wrought?
She just said that will the short person admit to doing the weird thing in the woods?
Oh, and so like Wobbles is the only short person you know, and so he's responsible for all short people. Is that what you're trying to say?
Might be up to shenanigans.
We have like a dozen kobolds.
Perseverance trusts kobolds.
They're scale.
They're not beheaders. But what about this guy?
Perseveron is super fucking racist, is what that says.
He hates trees and non-scalekin.
I even gave meat flour.
You're trustworthy because of the way you look.
Well, actually, I could see that being interpreted as manipulation.
So everybody take 5 to 10, and we'll come back and see what Bahal has to say.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Luwewe, Sadie Blake as Okot, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Perseveron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, WYDpod.com. We've got maps there, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore from the world of Onisano. There's also a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes at release, because that's important. And for those of you who want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's going to be WYD PODD, like Okot's tits, on Instagram and Threads, as well as others listed on our website. In case you don't like the first two, you can find us elsewhere, because trust me, we're there. I promise, we're there. So, like, stop by, say hi. We genuinely would love to hear from you.
Sorry, I'm a bit razzled right now.